Well, hello, friends. I'm on a little bit early here. I decided to go on just a minute earlier than my set time. I didn't see anybody waiting. It is a little bit early in the day. Essentially, what I'm going to do is roughly 30 minutes of just chatting, talking with anybody that shows up in live chat. I'm going to discuss a little bit about what I have going on in the system, but nothing in the way of a review or evaluation. Just want to talk about kind of the situation, some things that are new. As you can see, I've got a new power conditioner there, so that's really cool. We are browsing through the playlist today, so this will be 30 minutes of probably copyright music. Spotify has a Discovery Weekly playlist that I like to browse, and I like to share music with my friends, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to move my camera around a little bit here. So yes, if you're new to the channel, hello, that's me there in the mirror. That's why I have the mirror, because I'm always pointing the camera at pointing my camera at the system. I'm going to turn it down there a little bit. So yeah, I was just listening to some music there on the Spotify, and felt like sharing some of the stuff that I'm coming across. I have an iPad here that I use to scroll through my music. I know that Spotify's come under fire for a lot of stuff that's going on lately, but their interface is still some of the easiest, and it's got the most available genres and selections of music that I prefer. So I still tend to use it, even though I have Qobuz as well. So this is my Discover Weekly, and I'm just scrolling through it just to see what I can see. So hopefully some people will stop in from the live and see that any of my friends will pop in. I did share to my Facebook and other avenues, my pages. I think YouTube will eventually advertise and show that I'm live, but I mean, it's such an odd time that I realize West Coast friends, East Coast friends are probably having dinner. Like, it's a little bit earlier in the evening to be live, but this is all the time I have. I have a very, very early shift, and if I went on any later, I wouldn't get good sleep. So I got to do this early. There's nothing else I can do about that. So yes, we're scrolling through my playlist here. Let me just hit next. We'll see what else is on the playlist. While I talk about what do I have in the system? So in the system, I do have some new Synergistic Research stuff. So that is a PowerCell 8 SX there on the floor with in my opinion, an annoyingly short 5-foot cable, and you can get longer, but it comes with a 5-foot cable. So it's 10 gauge with a round cable, like a wound cable inside the sheathing. It's really nice. I guess I need better lighting in here. It would be nice. Didn't really consider that before I went on live. Let me just change it. Why not? I'll just change the lighting here. Just give me 2 seconds. You'll see me walk around in the mirror. There we go. Slightly better lighting, but not entirely better lighting. So yeah, Synergistic Research PowerCell. Let me just zoom in on it. You see that it is glowing there. It's got a carbon fiber top. It does have an amount of silver in the chain. It's got it's a conditioner, so not only does it have like eight outputs, fuse, reset, surge protecting unit, it also cleans and regulates the signal. Now I don't know how, but it is the PowerCell SX, the PowerCell 8 SX. So if you really need to look up the details, that's what it's called. So in the rest of the system, Nikki says like, that's awesome. So in the rest of the system, I've got power cables for the amps. Let me just zoom in again. Why not? So power cables from here going around. So for power for the amps and then power for the other amp there. And then in the back, you can see, and let me just set my camera to normal. We'll lock it in and let's go for a walk. So I have the Synergistic Research cables on the back. There's Synergistic power. There's the power there. You can see the carbon fiber on the top. My playlist just going on in the background. And then the speaker cables are just wound against the floor there. I did a pretty good job at trying to keep them away from power here. So you can see that it's elevated from the signal, it's separated from the power, and then it's laced across the back. The subwoofers, the amplifier are plugged into the power cell, so all of the audio is now on this side, except for the preamp, because the preamp is just too far away. So the preamp on this end, I have some of the Synergistic Research RCAs, which I am using as coaxial signal from the Weem Pro Plus and from the coaxial out from the CD player. So there are some cables on this end. However, because of this distance away, and this only has a 5-foot cable right now, I couldn't get this anywhere closer. I'd actually need two, so I can plug one in this side for this stuff and another one in this side for that stuff. Or all of this stuff would be plugged in on this side of the room, which I haven't gotten to yet. So that's how that works. I like these cables. They're well made. They're protected by these sheathings. I've got plastic still left on them because I am just evaluating them. But they're very nice. They're wrapped very well. These are the SR30s, Foundation SR30s, I believe. So this one's 5,400 Canadian. The power cables are, I believe they're 550 each. The speaker cable for a pair of 8-foots, they're 680 for a pair of 8-foot cables Canadian. And then I believe the RCAs are roughly, I don't remember exactly at all, and don't quote me, but I believe they're in the same range. For a pair of 1 meter RCAs, they're about 550. So it's not cheap. They're putting quite a bit of technology into the cables, so far as I know. Now, I do need to research a lot about them. I don't want to talk out of turn because the next thing you know, some rep is going to climb down my throat and give me shit for something I've said online that misrepresents the brand, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I just got them. I just plugged them in yesterday, basically. They've only had 2 hours of time on them, so I can't make heads or tails of them yet. It's too early. It's not fair. They have a recommended 100 hours of burn-in time, which is fair because everything that we use heats up and it settles, and like, you don't want to use a cast iron frying pan right when you buy it because it needs some seasoning. It gets better with time. They also say you're not supposed to wash your cast iron pans because there's something about its use over time that makes it better. So all materials are the same. Material science is the same across the board. So when people tell me, hey, your cables need this or your speakers need this for burn-in, I believe them because I know that all materials change with heat. I mean, I'm sweating like crazy now. I'm even changing with heat. So yes, it's power cables, power conditioner, speaker cables, and we're just listening to music here today. I don't think anybody really wants to see my sweaty face, so this is the view we're going to have. True Voice of Reason's here. What's going on? Yesterday, all my cables seemed so far away. Now it looks as though they're... Oh my God, I can't believe I read that out like it was an actual comment. You son of a bitch. Led me right into that one. I'm still getting used to your sense of humor. So, yeah, we're listening to my Spotify playlist. I'll show you what's... I'll let you know what song this is right now. My iPad's very, very slow. So this is on the Spotify playlist. Anybody's got any questions, please let's chat. I'm only going to be here for another 20 minutes, so if you've got any questions, you want to ask me anything, then please ask me. I think one thing that's really cool about the power conditioner, I'm going to bring this out. Give me a second. So the power conditioner comes with its own power cable, but it also comes with this. It's a really nice box. There's your Synergistic Research purple. So this is sent along with the power cable, just in case you want to get really nuts. It's so dark in here facing this way because it's... Oh my God, let me turn to the side. So it's marked and labeled. This is just your standard sort of like power outlet. I don't know what's different about this. I have to look into it more. But this did come along with the power conditioner. So yeah, it's a replacement power outlet socket. So you can put this one in place because it's got this like purple label on it. And you can put this one in and wire up. Honestly, don't know what's different about it. Maybe the copper's different. Maybe its construction is different. Maybe there's more contact to the leads. I have no idea. It says, does the outlet have any heft to it? No. Feels like a regular outlet to me. It doesn't weigh any different. It doesn't look any... I install these at work all the time, and I work at a hydro plant, a hydro manufacturer, so some melted plastic there. Melted plastic on top of the screws. Or maybe that's carbon, I don't know. But there's a little bit of black here and a little bit of black here on the screws. Now, I don't know what that is. But yeah, so when you're spending your $5,400 Canadian, you get an extra outlet. I think these are like typically made for like $2. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm showing you is this is what came in the box. I think it's pretty cool that you have an extra one just in case. It's like isolated ground receptacle. The ground contacts in this device are insulated from the mounting means to reduce electromagnetic interference, as a separate grounding wire connection is required. So there you go. That's what it is. 20 amp, 125 volt isolated ground. So that's what makes the difference. It's isolated ground, meaning the grounding connections are not coupled to anything inside, which is good. You know, you definitely want to have your ground signal separate. That's how you get like ground loop issues, humming, buzzing, noise. You can isolate everything. So yeah, there you go. Instead of me just rambling on some random nonsense, read it on the actual box. There you go. Cool, right? Yeah, I can't agree with you more. When music is life, and then their other phrase is something along the lines of like no compromise. Pretty cool stuff. I really like the logo. I think the whole, like the tone of the brand and all that kind of stuff. I agree with that. I just shifted my chair. God damn it. Like that's one of the coolest logos out there. They've got that little shadow underneath it to make it look 3D. It's a 20 amp outlet. Ooh, yeah. Speaking of which, this thing is like 30 amps. It can handle like a lot of power. You can plug so many different things into it. So you can run it through 20 amp circuits. There's a little bit of literature there, I believe. I don't think there's a whole lot to read about it. So yeah, so we'll just leave it on camera. There you go. So there's the PowerCell 8SX, Synergistic Research. All of the specs are in there. Just read it over the top. Power SR 32 amp Neuralink connector. 32 amps. So this is a really, really capable and powerful unit. And then there's also this specialized grounding block that they have that's like a separate ground, so you can reduce the noise even further. So that's pretty cool. Said 20 amp outlet, yep, and then still 20 means it's safe to 15, of course. You can run anything below it up to those amperages. So yeah, that's the power cell that we're looking at here. It's really cool. I mean, it's really difficult to evaluate within a couple of hours. It's not a proper way to do it, but it weighs, it's substantial weight. It's got carbon fiber feet on it. It's a metal chassis. It's got carbon fiber top, carbon fiber on the inside. There are isolated ground cables. You can actually run the ground outside the unit if you want. So there's an additional grounding bus that you can run to it to keep all of the like AC and ground separate. So that's really good. I think that's a really good thing. Having true ground and true ground control on your ground control to Major Tom. I don't know. I can't believe that one just came out. I hope they come out with a brand or a device called Major Tom. That would be really cool. Yeah. So we got some jazz going on here now. So this playlist is actually pretty random. Is there anything else you guys want to know? And she is just laughing. Nice. I'm glad I got a laugh out of somebody. Beat me to it. Yeah. In my arms, it's Steve Batch. Batch? BACH? It's not focusing. You guys see it. You know what I'm talking about. Batch. Steve Batch. Trying to have some fun here. I've been really stressed out this week. There's been a number of different upsetting things that have happened, some of which I'm responsible for. So I've had to dial back my efforts, refocus my efforts. I'm trying to do better with a number of things, not allowing the stress to get in my way. My content online and Facebook has just been so stressful and so over the top and a little out of control, if I'm honest. So I definitely wanted to, well, yeah, Anthesius is saying R.I.P. Borisons, was looking forward to those. Yeah, well, I can't even tell you what happened, but they're gone, so we'll see what happens. It's not in my hands. I think that the message that was sent was it wasn't a good time. That's all I can say, and I don't want to talk about anything else. So that's unfortunate. I don't know if there's going to be a follow-up. I haven't actually heard back from anybody yet. So I basically left it alone and said, well, that was short-lived and it is what it is, and we'll just look to the future. So I've got Synergistic Research cables in here and a power conditioner, and I'm still demoing stuff, so it's not like the end of the world. It's just business, you know? It's not my business. It's not my company. It's not my product. I'm just a guy. I'm a guy with a YouTube channel. I don't really get to say much about it. If they want a certain thing done a certain way, a particular reason, and I give them all the power for them, you know. Tower speakers, bro, come on. Well, you know that Arundel's coming out with new ones soon, right? They are coming out with new speakers soon, so we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Arundel's coming out. These are the 1723 THX, but they're coming out with a 1528 series, which are going to be an upgrade. Yes, sir. Hold on. I'll play you the demo. I'll play you their demo on my phone so you can see it. So this is we've listened to you. This is their update. It's so blurry. I can't stand this. So coming at the end of 2024, it's experience and precision with our advanced three-way system. There you go. There's a bit of a preview. That's all you get. So yeah, it was a nice promo for Arundel. I hope you guys are watching. Those guys are never going to watch my actual channel. But anyways, yeah, so Arundel's got the new series coming, the 1528. So, I mean, you can obviously see that there's some design cues there that look like something similar that we already know. And these already look similar to some other designs by a designer. I don't know what the story is there. I wish I could talk about it, but I don't know what the story is. All I know is that they look similar based on the video that we just saw. I don't know who's involved. I don't know what it's all about. I have no idea. I am very excited about it. I definitely want to listen to them. I want to get some demos in, but you know how it's going to go. All of the other bigger channels like Youthman and Spec of Tech and Jay and Audioholics and all of those other guys are going to get these speakers first. They're going to go around and they need to work on their product names. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know why they're named those? Do you know why that they have these numbers? Actually, do you know why that they're named, their naming sequences, the 1961, 1723, 1528? Do you know why they have those numbers? 1528's above the 1723, not replacing it. It is for a reason. Yes, a significant reason. It's like asking you to change your great-grandfather's birthday. Like, you can't change the year in which your family was born. So why would you even entertain the thought? And that's why you need to look it up on the webpage. They name their series after something significant that happened in their country's history. It's really meaningful. It's actually more meaningful than AudioQuest cable naming bullshit or Nordos naming their cables after Valhalla. Like, what the fuck? That's my style. I have opinions about stuff. I mean, I don't know why that those companies named it that stuff either, but like, you're gonna name cables after like what? Cinnamon? Rocket? 1965 model. That would be important to you all. I guess you just named yourself. That's all good. Yeah, I figured there was a story. Nice, nice. Yes, there is. So, Arundel Towers, Arundel speakers, they name their speaker models 1961, 1723, and the new 1528s will be above the 1723s. And I'm sure that there is a reason, but they're not gonna. They haven't revealed why. I don't think they've revealed why it's 1528. Carlos is saying, and welcome, Carlos. Nice to see you. Carlos is saying, I think the 1528s will be out of my price range. Yeah, they're probably out of my price range too, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be motivated to get them. See, price range is really all about priorities, and there's nothing wrong with that. The fact that I can't afford a BMW or a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Porsche Carrera, it doesn't make those cars and those things bad. Shit, I can't afford an F-35 fighter. The government spends like $1 trillion on military stuff, but you don't hear me whining about it. Why don't I own a Abrams tank? You know, those are stupid expensive too. It's out of my price range, but I don't have an argument about that. You know, I don't own a cruise ship. Why can't I buy this hotel? You know, it's just perspective. I'm being sarcastic a little bit, but in audio, I hear a lot of people say, oh, it's going to be so expensive. Why would you do that? I'd be like, well, I mean, if you look up and down the street that people live on, there's houses that are like across the street that are out of people's range, but you're on the same street still. It's not even a significant argument. It's just if you can't, then you can't. It's all good. Oh my God. Mikarona. That's cool. Hello. Nice to join. Nice to see you join. So we are listening to Spotify playlist, and I am going close to my timeline here. So we're listening to this one right now, and we're just talking about speakers, audio, prices, affordability, stuff like that. Just listening to some music from Spotify. Yeah, so some of the stuff is really, really expensive, and I understand that argument. You have to prioritize what's worth it to you. The speakers in my case were absolutely worth it. It was one of the best investments and stretches of my budget that I made, because they ended up being like Jay and Audioholics and a number of people had recommended them and said that they're the best product of the year, and they measured so well and they perform very well at their price point. Technology is well and above their range because it's a direct to sale or direct to customer company model. So you get Macarona, cool. My last name doesn't matter, that's fine. I usually just go by like the first couple of letters. Like I can call Carlos Carl instead of Carlos, and I can call you Mech instead of the whole name, so that's cool. I hope to see you again in another live session. We do this every once in a while. I say we like I'm more than one person, but it's just me. And there I am. What's going on? I'm in white today because it was so hot outside. Even got my really cool like white thermos for my drinks. It's for the old fogey audiophile, I quote Heath Ledger saying, "Why so serious?" Feet. Did you say feet? There's feet. Now you got to pay me $5. Nah, it is what it is. I've got this stupid tan. Check out the tan line on my feet. How ridiculous is that? It's because I go outside in the sun all the time and I always have my shoes on. It's white like my carpet. Oh, Mac is saying you're pretty cool. Thank you, I appreciate it. Anthesius is saying white speakers, man. We always serious up in here with white speakers. I thought this was YouTube, not only. Oh no. It's only. I want to start a new channel called Only Flannel, So everybody dresses up like a lumberjack and parades around with their lumberjack stuff on. um, yeah, so let's recap. I got to end the stream because we're at about 30 minutes and I didn't want to go over. Let me back up and show off the room and we'll talk about the stuff that I got. So welcome, Mac, for joining. I appreciate you for being here. Nice to find the channel. And this is my humble music room that I have decorated. Someone gave me head in here. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. This is YouTube. Jeez, what are you guys doing? I don't know what's in my drink, but somebody spiked it. So this is the audio room that I decorated. I obviously need some help. There's some things that are not done. These panels fell off because it was too hot recently. It's sunset right now, so you see all of the sun coming through in the window. I've just got it blocked off a little bit. Like I'm using the foil to block the sun, and then it's closed in the bottom. Got really cool with shower curtain rods just to keep it closed. So that's why we get a little bit of the evening sun through there. It looks better in the dark. I promise it looks better in the dark. And Theseus is saying, I think I need fake modeled head in the future for my listening room. Not gonna lie. Well, yeah, this is. Ooh, there's a message redacted. I wonder if you were swearing. So yeah, this is. I haven't named it. We're gonna call her Cassandra. Like I get like alien vibes from this thing. Just they call me Puppet Master. So Mech is like, I don't want you to end. What the hell? So I have Instagram as well, Facebook as well. It's always the same name. I'm never really gone. I just have to take a break. So yes, for this stream, I'm saying I've been showcasing a little bit of what I got from Synergistic Research. So shout out to them. Shout out my local distributor, Tricell Enterprises. Thank you very much for hooking me up with the borrowing of the units. This is the PowerCell 8. I don't know how to, let me see if I can get my camera way down low here. So that's the PowerCell 8. It's like the simple way to explain it is it's a very, very functional power bar. That's a super simplified version. So all of my devices are plugged in there and it makes the sound cleaner by isolating the ground cables. I do have speaker cables on there, power cables on there. The subwoofers and everything are plugged in, so that's cool. Let me go over the prices again. Should I go over the prices? You guys want to? Well, I'm gonna hit Mech. I'm gonna hit Mech with the prices. You're gonna be ready for this? Hold on. Says, do you like flannel? I like flannel. Still trying to find that Flan, the movie. No, I have no idea. Like the lights, yeah, thank you. That's a lot of savings, yeah. A lot of savings in a way, but not really, because this stuff is not easy, not cheap. So this device, as a power bar conditioner, it's a conditioner, 5,400 Canadian. The power cables, I believe, for 5 feet are, I think they're $550 each. So I have 2 power cables. And then the speaker cables, there's 2 lengths of 8 feet. 2 lengths of 8 feet for the pack are $280. And then this is 5,400 plus a 5-foot length SX. It's PowerCell 8 SX. So yeah, I think don't quote me 100%, but there's not like there's prices on them. But so they're SR30 cables. It's SR30 RCA. So SR30 is the level, so foundation. So My setup is 1500. So this one sub maybe and a half is about 1500, or one of these, just the one, is 1500. So yeah, let's not get into that. Anyhow, I'm gonna put my feet on ice. It's hot here. So it's possible. See, I'll spend the next few minutes. I'll talk about the idea of possible, because Carlos was saying that it's the next speakers are going to be out of his reach. So, but I play games. Oh, hold on. So that's that's my gaming setup. It's going to be on a screensaver. Show the screensaver. Yeah, there we go. So that's the computer, but I have a TV right here, which you can't see. So what's that you have to deal with if you want to go dual monoblocks? Yeah, exactly. You have to pay for each of them, and then you have to pay for each of the power cables. So yeah, this room's a little, yeah, so I have a TV back there, surround system back here. I have speakers on the ceiling, kind of, speakers in the background. And then it lights up everywhere in the room. I have the same lights everywhere. This is the dark room, and then this is the light room. So yeah, so saving, you have to prioritize. Like if you want a new graphics card, then you know that the 4090 or whatever 4080 cards are coming. So you have to do stuff like work harder, save a bit more, sacrifice a couple of things, do the things that you need to do in order to get up to that next level. Like, don't think that the money isn't there, because it is. You just have to work for it, like everything else in life. When you work hard enough for it and you figure it out, it does happen. It's not like it's impossible. There's obviously a lot of people in the world doing really well, and it's proof that it's possible. It just does take a lot of work, smart, and opportunities. You just have to look for them. And I just want to encourage people to say, like, this took me a long time to do. This didn't just happen. It's not like I just decided I wanted it and then I went to buy it. I've been trying to save up for this stuff for like 10 years. It takes a long time to do it. So if you don't have the immediate means to do it, then you need to find a way to do it over time. And that's all it takes. In my opinion, that's what it takes. So Mac has I have three dual monitors, and there's two of them that are curved. That's pretty cool. I like that. So you have like a double monitor in the middle and then curved. Anyways, you're gonna have to send me an image. Look me up on Instagram and then send an image there. But we're almost at 40 minutes. I'm gonna head out. I apologize. But thank you to everybody who's joined today. That's really cool. Do you have a katana? I have 3. I actually have 5. It's 1, 2, 3. That's a wakizashi. And then 4, 5. Time, patience, and money. Yeah, one badass PC setup if you're into audio at the same time. Yeah, so that's the thing, is everything costs a little bit of money, so you have to prioritize what you want, what means more. I mean, obviously these decorations didn't really mean a lot. I mean, it's for a good reason, and it looks cool in here, but this stuff costs almost as much as some of the cables. So if I'm honest, I probably could have just not bought the swords and saved my money and put it into the audio. You know, it depends on what you're into. So anyways, that's almost 40 minutes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, folks, people, for watching later on. Thank you to my local distributors and Synergistic Research for sending me my first ever in-person demo of gear like this with cables and power conditioners and all that kind of stuff. And we're getting the nitty-gritty on it. I'm having my first experience letting the cables burn in, feeling it out, getting a sense of what they really do, and then I'll report on it when the time is ready. So yeah. So anyways, I will see all of you in the next one. Have you listened to any of the recommendations I suggested? Where did you put them? What suggestions? You got to message me privately. You can't just say stuff because I forget it. Honestly, you have to write me. Write me an email. Use siphonics at Gmail. I totally forget all the time. Yes, also Instagram. Instagram's the same name, Siphonics Audio. And that's how you say it, Siphonics. Siphonics. It sort of means psychology and sound, like our minds and the music. Max, like, I'm 20 and I got tens of thousands of dollars on my life. Yeah, well, me too. I'm a little bit older than that, but I have money on my life from school, so welcome to the club. That's why I said we need to work hard and figure this shit out. Figure out how to make it work for you instead of against you. Anyhow, that's 41 minutes. You guys are annoying. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Subscribe and follow everything else if you're interested. It gets interesting. It gets entertaining, I promise. And I'll catch you in the next one. All right? Bye, bye, bye.